Owlus. The kid says demons have invaded the border. Owlus! It's been far too long. We got a new Leonin in the squad. He reminds me of you. Hey, Owlus. That kid's grown a lot stronger. No one looks down on him now.
Hey, kid! Kid! This is the end of my journey. The road ahead. I'll leave it to you, kid. I'm sure you'll be a great warrior. Call it in old Leonin's intuition.
Owlus. The kid says demons have invaded the border. Owlus! It's been far too long. We got a new Leonin in the squad. He reminds me of you. Hey, Owlus. That kid's grown a lot stronger. No one looks down on him now.
Hey, kid! Kid! This is the end of my journey. The road ahead. I'll leave it to you, kid. I'm sure you'll be a great warrior. Call it in old Leonin's intuition.
Owlus. The kid says demons have invaded the border. Owlus! It's been far too long. We got a new Leonin in the squad. He reminds me of you. Hey, Owlus. That kid's grown a lot stronger. No one looks down on him now.
Hey, kid! Kid! This is the end of my journey. The road ahead. I'll leave it to you, kid. I'm sure you'll be a great warrior. Call it in old Leonin's intuition.
Owlus. The kid says demons have invaded the border. Owlus! It's been far too long. We got a new Leonin in the squad. He reminds me of you. Hey, Owlus. That kid's grown a lot stronger. No one looks down on him now.
Hey, kid! Kid! This is the end of my journey. The road ahead. I'll leave it to you, kid. I'm sure you'll be a great warrior. Call it in old Leonin's intuition.
Owlus, the kid says demons have invaded the border.
Olaf! It's been far too long.
We got a new Leonin in the squad.
He reminds me of you.
Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome to another day of the Rising Stars tournament. Once again, it's Black Manta handling this one solo, and we only have one game for today. So let's just get this done and know that okay, we're one step towards closer to that grand finals that we are all looking forward to. And now we have Zen International versus Phantom Brigade. Yeah, Phantom Brigade. So honestly, I have my words against Zen, and I also have things to say against Phantom Brigade, but I'm going to reserve my comments for now until I see how the game goes. But look at the bans here, guys. Xbox as usual, top of the ban. God as usual. Glue as usual as well. And we see Sonic. If you know anything about Sonic, you know that Sonic is a very good player so far, has been performing very well on the Zen team. And if you also know anything about Ryuju, he's a very good marksman on the Zen International and has been performing very well. You can see Zen take down the Clint, which is kind of understanding because Kendrick is pretty... Actually, that's them shooting themselves on the leg because Kendrick is pretty good on the Clint. And is it really? It looks like Kendrick wants to go EXP this time around, not the gold lane. Leaving the gold lane for Ryuju, I presume, because we've seen Ryuju play gold lane most of the times. And on the other side, we see Imo going for... We're supposed to say Zetian, but he went for the Sicilian instead. Ooh. The defining moment and the deciding hero, the Valer. My goodness, we saw the Valer being used yesterday. We saw how much problematic the Valer can be, and we saw the Valer collect stray bans because if you are them, you do the same. And now we see Royal Lion lock the hero down. Zen International has secured a very problematic pick on their end. And on the other side, Imu with the Sicilian, also a problematic pick on that end. And Life Fury maybe looking to get for a Beatrix. Yeah, that would definitely be helpful. Kira goes for a Freya. Not sure about this Freya pick though, because diving in when you've got a Fale on the enemy team, I don't know if that's a wise course of move to make. I don't think I don't really know, but I want to see the execution first before I put fingers on it. Before I put fingers on it, rather. Ryuju has to take down the hero now. They don't have a tank, so you can go down for a Hylos. You can ban the Hylos or the Grok, or you can ban a Gato. You need to focus on banning a tank or a jungler, potentially a Hayabusa, because Ryuju is definitely going to be playing marksman. So go for a jungler or go for a tank. He goes for a fighter instead. I think he thought the Freya is a jungler, so he probably didn't consider that. But I feel like an Hayabusa would have been better, or a Grok ban would have been better in that situation because they haven't locked down a Roma and a jungler for the side of Phantom Brigade. So let's see who they take down on their own end. Definitely a Carry. Oh, Carry is down already in the lobby draft, in the lobby band. Atlas, great. Awesome. But then if you're going for an Atlas ban, they don't exactly have a lot of AoE on the enemy team like that. So if it works, it works, I guess. They have their own personal preferences for making that decision. And now Gato locked in for the side of Sonic. That is new. I was thinking Sonic was going to go EXP and Mage, but we see Royal Lion go Mage instead, and Kendrick was supposed to go Marksman, but Ryuju is there, so definitely we will leave that to Ryuju. Ryuju has proven himself to be a better gold laner in situations like that, in tough situations for Zen International. Now we get... Excuse me, guys. Let me just turn off this water. Excuse me.
Will it grant immortality?
Welcome to Grok's castle, tiny friend.
Okay, so Andre 17. He went for the Alice jungle. The last time we saw Andre 17 and I casted Phantom Brigade's match, Andre 17 used a Hayabusa and he was so unstoppable with that pick. It was absolutely ridiculous. The guy went bonkers. 904 at some point, and I don't know why he didn't lock the Hayabusa, because the Hayabusa is not banned. I don't know why he did not go for that. If it works, it works. Maybe Phantom Brigades don't want to go all out in the first match. Maybe they just want to test Zen, because it looks like Zen is not even testing anything. They came full with their full power, because this is a Valer, this is a Fredrin, this is a Gato, and this is a Granger. Long-term wise, both these teams have advantages. But then up to you guys now in the comment section. What do you think? Who has the better draft? Do you think BB has the better draft, or do you think Zen has the better draft? And I'll be engaging you guys while the game loads. Okay, so I can see Coney on the stream, by the way. Yeah. Hey, yo, Coney, what's up, man? How's it going? Welcome. Of course, if you don't know, this is actually Phantom Brigade is actually Coney's D2 team. So yeah, if you don't know, you know it now. And I can also see Midday saying, bam. Actually, MG is saying, pack it up, Onk. And Midday is saying, as a Sicilian glazer, Sicilian equal to win. We had that kind of thing yesterday where somebody said, if you pick a Sora, your team will automatically win. So I don't know if that's you guys doing the same thing here. I don't want to think. Of course, MJ will be happy that they picked that too. I know that one. And then someone says in Sicilian we trust. Midday is still glazing Sicilian. I can also see Sam Ebros. By the way, guys, Death Trap lost yesterday, and Death Trap are already out of the Rising Stars tournament. I just wanted to mention that. And we had an official statement made by Sam Ebros that there's no team in the Rising Stars tournament that could beat Death Trap. So I guess now we know the team that can. And then I can see Coney Black saying Brigade for the win. Yeah, it actually makes sense that he would say that. But again, over to the game now, guys. We're straight into it. I'm gonna stop engaging the comments now. It's the early game farms, and you know how this works. They just rotate, do a little bit of skirmish, a little bit of poke and peel. The Romans go for the vision, and the junglers take their buffs. They wait for the first turtle. It's just basically deja vu all over again. And now we see Android 17 go for that lethal and gets it. That's good. That was a pretty close one though. Ashra will lose out that red trade when it comes to that. Hopefully he doesn't lose more. And when it comes to major objectives, besides the lethal, you can stand losing the lethal. That doesn't really have that much impact on the team long-term wise, compared to losing multiple objectives like Turtle, major objectives like Turtle and the Lord. So bottom lane, we see Kira, and top lane, we see Life Fury. Mid lane, we see Royal Lion doing the thing that he's supposed to do with the Valer, trying to make sure he applies CC to them and does magic damage. Emu. That's one thing about the Sicilian. You've got a lot of AoE on your person. You can just use them on the enemy heroes. And is that Elvis? Elvis and Life Fury, they seem to want to gank Ryuju here. And of course, the rest of the numbers are now coming in to reinforce. And also down bottom, the same exact thing is happening. 4 players of Phantom Brigades up top, 4 players of Set down bottom. Who is going to gank first? Who's going to make that first move? But the turtle is calling them away and calling their attention, so we don't get to see that cook and that happen live TV. And now Elvis comes into play. That Sonic in a bad spot already doesn't have level 4 yet. So then that's one thing about Royal Line. It's plenty CC there now. Some Michaels comes out to play back and forth as well. The turtle almost take it from comes out to play, and Royal Lion will take the turtle. Now but just use best control by Kendrick Elvis before Ashwa finds out on 17 and presses one. And that's Royal Lion taking an all official double. He wants to go for next. Now penetrate Life Fury doesn't get press cancellation, and he goes for the pass. Life Fury. What the heck? Okay, production. What is wrong with my mic, please? Alright, let me okay. I've rejoined now. How does the mic sound right now? So we can know what we're doing. Yeah, I've rejoined the video. I think it's gonna sound better now. So I'm just gonna continue. Okay, apologies for that, guys. We saw my Fury actually take out YouTube. What is that? What's going on? Alright, so check, mic check. Hopefully it's fixed now. Hopefully it's okay right now. Mic check, mic check. It's not clear. Seriously. That's crazy. What the heck is going on here? Wait, let me see if I can switch over to the webcam. Okay, let me see what I do. See better there. Don't know what's going on. Right? switch over to my other webcam. Guys, sorry, we actually had we actually had a little issues there, but I think we should be fine now. We should be good to go now. Yeah, we should be good to go now. Okay, so we should be good to go now. All right, we should be good to go now. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's a lot of things that have been happening that I missed. And to start off, we see the gold lead now in favor of Zen International. We've seen things like this. We've seen Phantom break. Oh, Backdragon from he wants to chase him in that back line, but Android 17 is there to protect him. But the thing is, like, can't you protect him? He should have recalled the bit farther away, but now they will get caught in that. Kendrick now is trying to melt down Android 17. Crimson clean. He's not able to get away. Android 17 still wants to fight against Kendrick. Is the cause of causing touch versus the Alice, and she's just trying to reject, but now 1v3 and the numbers are not in his favor. Kendrick will fall, and that is a free total for Zen International because they have managed to win in the numbers. Penetration comes out, that was nice, and now the Detonatas and the AOG, and he's able to dodge with the tactical reposition in Life Fury, switch to Nibiru, low HP, but still survives that outcome. Wow, that was pretty impressive, honestly, and the team fight still continues there. Now Ashura is trying to go for the back lines. Maybe the Sicilian there keeps him on lockdown and Princess Rat deal some damage, but he's not able to get the kill, and Ashura would have to go back up top and onto the creep actually. Okay, so now I wanted to say something here. Because right now, as it stands, right, Zen International, like I said, have the gold lead, and also look at the turrets, guys. They have taken down the tier 1 on the mid lane. They've also taken down the tier 1 on the top lane as well. And look at it builds, by the way. We see a war axe being bought by the Yuzhong as the first item. Then it's going for a malefic war. Kira, is that a walking? Wow, they're just ignoring Kira. My goodness, they're ignoring him. They're just pushing the turret with Zen, the balls on Zen, and the Black Dragon form is just there to help Kendrick get away when he gets caught in a bad spot. And the man is just able to walk away with the Honorary form now. Who's going to engage? It's going to be Android 17, of course. The man loves to go toe-to-toe when he's at his top strength. And Android 17 doesn't know when to pull back. And the man has to pull back now. 38 seconds until this first load. And both these teams eventually would have to go for that because you don't want to keep losing objectives there. Android 17, they're entering his jungle. Is that a potentially invade? You see 4 players down bottom here on Zen International. They're just waiting. And perhaps they want to push this tier 1 by all means. They want to just ignore Kira. But I like the fact that Elvis is aware of that now. 1v3. Elvis caught the energy eruption there. It's 3v3. Numbers are now tied. But there is Sicilian at the backline. Did a lot of damage there. Takes one down. Kendrick falls. Now Royal Lion at the backline. 117 gets there with the Crimson Claim. Kira, Valkyrie decent as well with the Valkyrie combo. They're trying to catch up to Royal Lion. That's the setup for the Valet. The Vengeance Flames keeps throwing them down. Now the Serento, they're pushing them back. But Sanguine Claws and the Bat Impact puts her down. And to be honest, he tried. I'll give Royal Lion that one. You know, it's not easy to run away from 3 people like that are chasing you down like white or rice. It's not easy to run away from that kind of thing. Ashura getting zoned out. Ether Rampart blocking the way. My goodness, that is a great use of Ether Rampart, but it gets inside again. In spite of it all, Light Fury steals the Lord now. Bad spot Ashura. Elvis will fall first though. Ashura will fall as well. And added to the chopping block will be Sonic. That's 2 for 1 in favor of Phantom Brigade as they leave that out with a 4v3 outcome. And now push would have to be the name of Phantom Brigades because now they have the first Lord in their favor. I see this thing. Yeah, I can see some comments here saying it's for the hero is annoying. That's Coney saying Valet is annoying. I mean, nobody wants to even play against the Valet. If you're a fighter, and you have a valet in any team, most likely your priority kill would be the valet himself rather than other, because if you go for someone else other than the valet, just know within yourself that okay, this is going to be a tough engagement, because the valet is just going to keep stunning you. Not just that, it's going to keep slowing you down and also dealing continuous magic damage to you as well. So yeah, Royal Lion, annoying pick. I can relate as well because I've been there. I've leaned against. I've also played when the enemy team is in the valet. Tech charge comes out. That's the 4-man knockoff. That's a great tech charge. But they're able to pull away into the safety of the turret. And Black run from now. The British Passion, Life Fury is the bad spot. And they bust down. What the heck? That's a dive now. Elvis will get low and he will get shut down by Kendrick. And Valkyrie DC with the Valkyrie combo defensively. Kira is able to run into the safety now. Kendrick chasing down Life Fury. Bennett is wielded 2 players, 4 for Phantom. That team fight went the way that they did not see coming, and Zen International somehow still don't have the gold lead despite winning that team fight. It's still a 1k gold difference in favor of Phantom Brigades. Honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna say I don't know what's going on. Genuinely, I don't know what's going on, because Zen International seem to be losing out more in these team fights than they're supposed to be gaining. Sometimes they win those trades and sometimes they push more. Look at the top lane, for example. They've lost the tier 1 there. In fact, they've lost all their tier 1s. Now the only thing standing, that tier 2 7 on the bot lane is barely standing. It barely has any HP on it. So Zen International definitely needs to start prioritizing their macros, not just going team fights, not just trying to go for kills. They might be trying to catch up to the kill score, which by the way, Phantom is still ahead, which they still have the gold lead as well. They might be trying to go for those profitable trades in those team fights, but at some point, it's going to tell on them when the macros start lacking. Ashra, I believe, for a pick off on Umi here, will play assault defensively. The Mighty Swing will just push him backward a little bit. And then we see Kendrick again and Andre 17 doing their little skirmish they normally do, but Kendrick might be in a bad spot. Furious dive defensively, and he's able to get away. The Lord is almost spawning, and that's where they want to be. Both these teams want to get this Lord, and why shouldn't they? Macro is still in favor of Phantom, and they're gonna have to clear that one if they want to make sure they get an advantage there. See the poke right there with Rhapsody from YouTube 222 will be the KDA of that marksman, and the Lord has spawned. Kira buys the golden staff. That will count when it comes to attack speed, but then the Lord is already started. The Lord dance as well. 5v5. No one is getting the waves, but the waves are already crashing down from the mid lane and the bot lane as well. We will be having waves there. Now we see the team fight break out there. That's the ramp up the way. The Lord is almost down. And look at the other side. What the hell? Kira puts out Ryuju. Ashra takes the Lord, and Life Fury takes out Kendrick. Elvis boss as well. 4 players are down there chasing down Royal Lion, but the man is able to get away now. Look at the pints up. Look at the pints up. My goodness, he pints him and forces him to go into the tier 2. Royal Lion in the bad spot is 1v3. He wants Rico, but they will not let him. Sierra Torrent pushes back Android 17 with the Crimson Claim. Can they catch him? Can they catch him? Meanwhile, Life Fury is in the mid lane. He's pushing the turret. He takes an inhibitor in the center. Royal Lion, Vengeance Flame, Sierra Torrent again. Royal Lion gets finally put down by Imu. What time has he bought? No time, because Phantom Brigades have only taken advantage of that to push their inhibitors. Now they only have 1 tier 2 left in the top lane. My goodness, that is that guy. Real Lion has just shown just how much the Valer is carrying. He's just see how much the Valer is carrying, because the guy is just that guy that, you know, he knows the pick he has. He knows how to utilize it. He knows how to keep his distance. He also knows how to buy time and be a distraction. Now, I feel like if it wasn't that, taking that long to get killed, they would probably have pushed the lanes. And I love the fact that Life Fury did not let that distract him. He went straight for the inhibitors in the center. If you're a marksman, push is your priority. Aside kills, aside macros, aside other things and other objectives related tasks, you need to push, because you have damage. You have the damage. You need to push when you can. Also, Phantom Brigades, now they have the gold lead. It's now way more than 1k. It's now 4k. And of course, they have the kill lead, 6. And now rotations will matter. Kira clearing the bot lane. Top lane will be Life Fury, Elvis, and Android 17. They might back down Ashura. They might want to take him down. No, it's not a pick off. It's not a pick off. 70 seconds until the Lord spawns. They rotate onto the bottom lane again. I love the fact that Kira is just on janitor duty here, just wave clearing bot lane, wave clearing mid lane, and just making sure that he gets his farm up.
Ooh, Elvis might want to go in. That's a turn pass with a tech charge, but he's able to flicker away Ryuju. Nice reaction time. And now Sonic goes in, and that's more where that comes from. Black Dragon form onto the back line, onto Elvis, and a furious time as well the Dragon Tail. Meanwhile, a dive right there from Kira goes for Ryuju, but the Vengeance Flames and the Series Torrent making it difficult. And slows when he dives back again. Back on the combo, Ryuju is down, and Royal Lion will shut him down before he makes him the second person. And now Sonic, he dives into play, wants to get Light Fury in the back line with AOG defensively. He runs out of there. Ashra as well is in the midst of it all. 23 seconds on start lot spawns. Beret's Rage not able to get anyone. The stuns and the slows from Royal Lion is very effective for Zen International, and that's what's been helping them in this team fight so far. 3k difference. The gap has reduced a little bit due to how that team fight went. 1-for-2 trade in favor of Zen, and 3 seconds until the slot spawns. They start it out, and the numbers will be what Phantom Brigades are lacking right now when it comes to this contest. And now that's the pause for the first time in the entire fixture. Sorry. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, I got distracted for a team. Wow, there, Ashura! Wufo, Ryuju stays out for 17, and now we get there. Kira, he was that nice one! The Sanguine Claws! Pulling back Royal Lion, and that's giving Kira the kill. My goodness, the synergy on Phantom Brigades right now. 4k gold. The Lord is there, coming in a field for the Counter Minions to eat their face, and any minute now, Phantom Brigades will make that siege their own. We see Light Fury coming from the top lane, wants to push that tier 2, standing there. Kendrick taking shots from Imu. The Sicilian is dealing a lot of damage, but she's already low on HP. Sonic wants to taunt Elvis, but Elvis is just being that front line. They cannot ignore. Elvis now. Phantom Brigades, they've caught the Lord, the Black Dragon form. He wants to go for Imu in the back. The Black Dragon form. Imu is already low, and they stun him and taunt him, and they dive into him. Sanguine Cross. Imu survives the AOG, chases down Imu, but the base is what matters. Sonic, the base is what matters now. The Vengeance Flames comes, and Real Lion is trying to defend and melt down this board as fast as possible. The siege is still on, and they're still dealing damage. Imu from the back line, and the Lord can melt it down and forcing the retreat of Phantom Brigades. But the minion waves are still crashing into their base as well. My goodness, what defense! What a defense from Phantom Brigades. This is absolute cinema. At some point, we honestly thought that this was it. This was game one. 7k gold difference. That is something you wouldn't want for your team. No team would want. Emu almost getting taken down by the effort of Sonic and the effort of Kendrick. But the man said, nah, I'd win, and still survived and still somehow made the clutch. And what the heck was that? But still, they preserve their numbers and they get back their complete numbers. And right now, clearing the waves will be what matters. Ryuju doing, I'm pretty sure Ryuju right now has a decent amount of Capriccio stacks, and he's gonna start hitting hard from now on now, because you need to be very careful of this Granger. There's a reason why Granger has been banned consecutively in all these games. Like Kira also has to be very careful though, because the Granger's damage and the single damage as well will be having some nice overflowing stacks right now, some decent number of overflowing stacks. So I don't oh, energy eruption turns help is in. And now the anti-round part comes out. It looks like they want to go for an engagement. AOG comes out. Oh, bad spot. Android 17. We get slain 35 seconds just before the Lord spawn, and they're pushing through. Can't the Furious dive down to Valkyrie, decent, he dives in. That's more where that came from. Kira in the back line, going for Ryuju flickers away, and Ashura shots the light through, 3 people down. Ashura gets a double. Kira is the only man left inside their base. Elvis, last man standing. Elvis, the last Kage. How will he defend for Phantom Brigades while Coney is watching? What is the plan, Elvis? The turret might just fall, or the Lord just might be prioritized in this game. 3 seconds until this Lord spawns. Where do they get from here? Where do Phantom Brigades get to defend? Will Elvis make a tech charge play and somehow take this Lord? Is that even possible? Or will the boys of Zen just melt it down as fast as possible? Now we get to see Kendrick engages him, but they know that. Now I want to go for this. Elvis, is there a chance for the tech charge? Elvis, is there a chance for a tech charge? No, he flickers out and Bills waits for his team instead, and the Lord now in favor of Zen International. But they go for the threat, they go for the invade rather, and there Crimson Gleam doesn't follow through. The Lord is coming from the top lane. If you're Zen International, this is your chance to flip the script and get the first game on against Phantom Brigade. They go for the side lanes. They want to melt down the turrets there, the tier 2 there, which are still standing by the way, and the tier 1 on the mid lane. They want to make sure they get all these turrets out of the way. Every rampart to block the minions at the late. The Lord, even if for a little bit penetrate comes out, the Lord is being distracted. Imu is there as well to melt it. That they don't even want the Lord to even take any of that turrets, and that's a good call because those turrets need to still be standing. Lord almost melted down. Lord successfully melted down by Phantom Brigade. Meanwhile, the mid lane, they need to get there. They need to get there. If you want to defend this tier 1, it's already there. Elvis might be a tech charge. Potentially. No, the man wants to go out. AOG comes out to play. That's one. Catches Elvis in the bad spots. Kira dives into the backline again against Royal Lion. He wants to take him out. Valkyrie combo. Sericho pushes him back, and Royal Lion still survives. Kira wants to go for the backline. Peter's Rage takes Sonic down, and now Ashura gets taunted now. Vendor 17 forces Ashura to retreat 7 seconds until that Lord spawns, and Sonic, the only casualty sustained that team fight in favor of Phantom Brigade. Man, these guys, Elvis gets on it now. Princess Rat, Life Fury taking a decent amount of damage, half HP nearly, and Ashura, man, this guy wants to engage Kira now. He knows that he has the HP to deal some decent amount of damage, and now 55 seconds. What is the plan? What is the plan? Phantom Brigades, you have lost your gold lead. Your gold lead that was almost 7k. What is the plan? Zen International, you have the gold lead now. It's 1k. What is the plan for this Lord? Because now before you took the Lord because they didn't have the numbers. Now they have the numbers. What is the plan? And then we go for a pause. And of course, the ref, please give them the pause. Ref, please give them the pause. They are demanding for the pause. Clearly, ref, please give them the pause. Oh my God. Ref doesn't want to give them the pause. Oh my God. Ref, please give them the pause. Yeah, I'm just gonna give them myself while the game. Yeah, there's the pause. Finally. Anyways, we'll test it. Anyways, yeah. Guys, this is impressive. Honestly, it's a game that I'm actually sweating right now because this is a very intense game from both these teams. You can tell that everybody wants to make it to the finals, or at least the semi-finals, at least everybody wants to get there because this is just both these teams have been at each other's throat. Now they see a 3K goal lead on the side of Zen International. They widen the gap, but then top lane, I see Kira there is pushing, and then Kendrick is forced to go and mix in. Now Elvis might want to dive into this one, but Ashra gets the Lord. 0-0 contest, and Android 17 is still not back. That is not nice. The man is just in the base. They might want to spam the recalls again, because if they continue like this, Zen will just take the first game. Honestly, they don't have one player. They're down one player, and they have to defend. Kira somehow, well, that was uncontested actually if you think about it, because they didn't have any jungler. And yeah, now the Lord coming from the top lane, and thanks to that little split pushing that Kira did on the bottom lane, they have a little bit of time before those minions get there. But now Zen, they want to end this game as much as they can. They want to leverage on this. And right cross catches too. That's great. Ethan Rampart will block the way. Ashra is in a bad spot. He wants to get out of there. And the parents rage will put him down. He said, if you're not going to go, I'm just going to take you down. I'll send it to the respawn. And the Lords are pushing from the top lane, the bottom lane under pressure. They have to go there. Phantom Brigades, they have only 4 players. They somehow have to go there and melt down that Lord as fast as they can before Zen International will leverage on it and melt down our Lord. Now the tier 2 falls, and the base is now under heat from this Lord. They lose the tier 2 on the mid lane as well. Zen International, they might want to end this one with this siege. Inu is taking hit. It's only Kira, it's only Rai Fury, it's only Android 17 who is AFK back at the base. And Elvis and Inu, what is the plan? They melt down the Lord successfully, and Zen International did not push their advantage there. Man, you can tell that's not nice at all. That is so not nice. Honestly, let us see how this goes, because one player down, being your jungler cannot be good anywhere. You're gonna need, now the Lord spawns in 38 seconds, still no sign of Android 17. They might want to spam the recalls again and demand another pause, but I don't know. Oh, it seems like he's back. Is he back? Wow, that would be nice. I really hope he's back. Wow. Okay, we see him come out of the base finally, or are they piloting him manually? I don't actually know, but we'll see eventually. We'll see. The gameplay will tell us whether he's back or they're piloting him manually. Now we see 30 seconds until the Lord spawns, and the gold hits 6k in favor of Zen International. And man, at this point, they want to try and pick off Kendrick. They want to pick off Kendrick. My goodness, the Black Dragon form to the rescue to get out of that tight position, but the man lost half of his HP just in that little pickup, man. That was close. If he did not have that, they definitely would have picked him off. And I like the fact that they know what they were doing there. Phantom want to reduce the number for the Lord's part. Elvis doesn't have his HP. Ashra taunts him up. He wants to go for our Princess Rat. Elvis is low, and they go for 2. That's a throne of rumors turning to our Princess Rat. Doesn't take enough damage to take anyone down. Sonic, immortality loss, and the Vengeance Flames commit. As well with the Valkyrie decent. Kendrick is taking a lot of heat, a lot more side. They completely ignore it and go for the team fight instead. And Kira wants to go for Ryuju. Ryuju flickers out. Royal Lion now. Terrain Torrent not available in a bad spot. And Kira will fall. Ryuju, Kendrick finds him with the back line. And now Kendrick flickers in by Life Fury, melts him down with Nibiru. Meanwhile, Android 17 gives Ryuju a double, and it's a 3-for-2 trade. Meanwhile, the base The two side lanes are crashing into each other, and Life wants to push it. They will put Ashura in a bad spot. Do you want to take the Lord or do you want to defend? Like Ashura is the only one there. The base is taking a lot of hits now. The minion waves, the late game minions, and look at our base. Look at our base of Zen International. The base is taken, and Phantom Brigade are taking game 1 thanks to the minion waves. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Completely unbelievable, guys. I cannot imagine this. This is crazy. What? The base. Whoa. That is something, man. Oh my goodness. I can't even begin to imagine. Whoa. Guys, late games, right? Late games. Do not ignore waves. Guys, if you ignore waves in late games, you are going to lose. Let's get minions to be your mate, though. Ha! They can even kill mages, save go. But then, congratulations to Phantom Brigades. Of course, 10.0 points to Imu, MVP of his game, and Zonic, MVP on his own side. Great performance from the side of Zen International. Just wasn't enough to secure the win. And 4v5, they didn't even have their jungler intact, and they still took the game. Phantom Brigades, absolutely different beast. And of course, that's it for game 1, guys. Wait. We're gonna just go back to the lobby and do the whole thing, and we'll come back when we enter the draft for the game 2. Of course, honestly, if someone says Balen needed visa to travel back to base, that's something, guys. That's something. That's something, honestly. I'm looking at the comments right now, and I can see someone said, now you understand the glaze. Me. Jerry, I've invited you. You want to show what? Yeah, the monster, the voice is not there. The voice is not gone. I'm coordinating with the ref right now for game 2 so that we can start the game 2 immediately. And yeah, that's it. I didn't go anywhere. I just coordinating things on the back end. Also, I can see Connie saying bad net allowed Brigade drop from upper bracket. Otherwise, hot wins. I think Connie is just glazing his a detour at this point. I think Connie is just glazing them right now. Okay, we are just coordinating with the ref right now so that we can start. Well, guys, you know very well that if Phantom Brigades actually take game 2, right? That's oh wait. If Phantom Brigades actually take game 2, then they actually Zen International are actually out, right? You know that part? You know very well that this is the lower bracket. Yo, my guy, Zenos. What's up, man? How's it going? Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. Yeah, someone says Nanette dropped Driftline. Oh, MJ's did too. Oh, yeah. I didn't even check that match. I should have checked that bracket to even fully understand the thing. Honestly, you realize that Driftline even lost. Oh, it's true. Zen Internationals actually beat Driftline 2-0. Wow, that's crazy. Zen Internationals beat Dead Trap as well. Zen Internationals beat Disorder. Zen Internationals beat Clover Clan. Ha! This is something else. Zen Internationals have been beating literally everybody they've met so far. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. It's only Dead Trap that gave them 2-1. Now we see Phantom Brigades, and I want to see how this one goes, really. Excuse me, let me take off my... Excuse me, guys. Okay. I have more liberty here with this. I'm more liberty. I can see someone saying Driftline, not hating, but did they win a game? Wow, no, Coney, keep the chat clean. They won. They won against Control or Defeat. They won against XR Arcana. So it's not as if they didn't win a game. They won a game. They won 2 games actually. Yeah. Coney, I believe you can see the streamer. You can see things there. They won 2 games, 2-0. So yeah, give them benefit of the doubt. Of course, it's game 2, and now we get to see Zen International going up against Phantom
Like
Brigade.
this.
And Zen,
Will it grant
you've had a very strong
immortality?
run. You've had dominating
Or
runs
death?
and runs where you struggled and went for a game 3. If you lose this match to Phantom Brigade, then it's GG's. You guys are out of the Rising Stars. Phantom Brigades will continue their journey, the golden road. They will continue the golden road. So, well, they banned the Alice Android 17. Just go for your Hayabusa, man. Go for your Hayabusa. He's got an Hayabusa in his tool. I don't know why he hasn't brought it out yet. He hasn't utilized that. So, yeah, just waiting, man. Just waiting. I want to see what the guy goes for this time around. Honestly, I want to see what the guy goes for this time around, because this guy, I've seen Android 17 play. I've seen Android 17 cook. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That cannot be good. They took down the Valer and allowed the Xborg. Wow, now they have to deal with that. Android 17, maybe an Hayabusa. Maybe an Hayabusa, man. Life Fury with the Matrix was okay. You could also go that, or you could go a carry. If that carry is not banned, you could go a carry. Carry can be pretty nasty against even Xbox. Oh, he cleans. Wow, that's something. Kira will go for the Sora rather than the Freya. The Freya had good back dive potential. The Sora has that as well. And then we see Kendrick. He goes for a Kimi. Wait. I am seeing some comments here. Wait, calm down. I am seeing Zeno saying that. Is that Zeno's? No, wait. What's my cursor doing like this now? Okay, I can see Zeno saying, "Let me co-cast with you." Okay, I don't know. I'd love you to join me, Sha. Honestly, we can just have fun here together. We can just have fun here together.
Just like ice.
Maybe if I have chance tomorrow, Sha. If I have chance tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow. Maybe if I have chance, Sha, I don't know. I'll check my schedule. I doubt if I have chance tomorrow. I have coded tomorrow. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's true. We're not streaming tomorrow. I've forgotten. True. Thanks for reminding, production. Anyways, yeah, back to the game. We see, is that a Lolita pick? Wow. We haven't seen a Lolita in a very long time. We haven't seen that. And oh no, it's not a Lolita, it's a Hylos. And as usual, I jinxed it. Caster's jinx, guys, still working perfectly. Royal Lion goes for the Grok, and Kendrick goes for the Kimi. Am I the only one that doesn't really like a Kimi mid lane? I personally prefer you to just use a normal mage, like maybe a Vexana or a Zetian, like a utility mage or something like that. I know Kimi's got the traction pause. I know she's got, steady continuous damage. I know that, right? But I feel like a proper mage in quotes might be more useful than in this situation here. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, Sam Ebro says busy man. Yeah, I am. I'm a pretty busy man. Anyways. Yeah, Lolita against Marksman is actually going to be very good, especially basic attack marksmen. The Guardian Reflection on the Lolita is actually very, very good counter against basic attack heavy basic attacks marksmen. But it's not good against skill-based marksmen like Clint, Broody. Okay, Broody is not exactly like Nathan as well. Nathan is a skill-based marksman. This guy Clint is also a skill-based marksman. So skill-based marksman basically my goodness. Zusin. Okay, that's a good pick. Ashura still wants to stick with his brethren here. Doesn't want to go outside his comfort zone. Ryuju can go for the carry. I think he can go for the carry if he wants to go for it. If it's not banned in the lobby. He might want to go for something else though, because maybe an Irithel. Irithel will be good for the chase. It will be good for chasing Zetian. Obsidian works as well. The Hunter of Bone has good chase potential. Yeah, it goes for the Obsidian. And now we see Android 17, Hayabusa. There's just only one word, Hayabusa. If you know what you're doing, Hayabusa can counter Obsidian and the Kimi very, very well. Because these are heroes that move while attacking. And Hayabusa can be very, very good against them. So, but let's see what Android 17 goes for. That's 10 seconds on the timer. You need to make your decision right now, man. It's 5 seconds left. What are you going to go for as the jungler? Hanzo? Wow, that is the first time Hanzo picked, guys, in the entire Rising Stars tournament stream matches. And that's the complete draft. What do you guys think? Who do you think has the better draft between Zen International and Phantom Brigade? It's game 2, and let's see how this ends. If this ends in Phantom Brigade's favor, then Zen Internationals are out of the tournament. And if this ends in favor of Zen Internationals, we go for a game 3. All right, let's see this thing. Okay, I can see someone saying Lolita Gosha won Granger kit. Well, we didn't get to see the Lolita again, so yeah. Someone said McQueen says Brigade picks nice. Yeah, they do have nice picks. And I can see Abdullah saying, Abdul Muhid rather, saying, let's go, Zen can win this. Yeah. Hayabusa would lose to Fred on Retry, I think. I think when it comes to that Retry thing, right? When it comes to it depends on the jungler skill. I know that the Fredrin has this little cheat where he can combine the piercing strike and the retribution and get it. There's a good chance he will get the Retry over the opponent jungler. I also feel like the opponent jungler's Retry game, if it's on point, you can still somehow come out of that. We've seen this guy use the Hayabusa. We've seen him win Retry battles with the Hayabusa, dominate as well with the Hayabusa. He almost got a maniac the last time, if I can recall correctly. So yeah, I just wish they had picked it, but Hanzo works if you know what you're doing. Of course, Hanzo works. But then rotations in the early games and little skirmishes in mid lane. Little almost spawning and Kendrick just doing his thing, farming in the mid lane and trying to get to that level 4 first. Gold lead in favor of Zen International. It's 100 gold lead though, and then just farming. Okay, that's a bold rotation there from the jungler Android 17. We get to see him just move around the waves and go to the other buff. And Kira and Sonic just poking each other. Kira might be having network issues there because okay, yeah, he's able to get away. Half HP though. Fire missiles doing the job for Sonic there. We already know that this Xbox is going to be a big problem. You don't even need to even mention it. I know. Xbox is always a problem no matter what lineup he finds himself in. Hopefully they make use of it though, because for Zen, you are currently walking on eggshells. If you lose this game, you are out of the tournament. It's now or never for you. It's lower brackets. There's no other place again you are falling to. All right, so rotations, 20 seconds until this Lord. Android 17 is already on level 4. Ashura as well. They might want to go for that top lane first. But meanwhile, that mid lane, they're rotating to the top lane. They might want to pick off the Xbox, but it looks like Android 17 wants to get his orange off before he comes for the turtle. Don't know how effective that is, but we'll see. Now the dive in with the wind strike. Kira is going up against the Xbox. Meanwhile, the mid lane, the turtle has spawned already now. They will start it out. Ashura is already there. Where is Android 17? The man would have to walk, and Pinnacle Ninja out of there brings out Arikage, and now the contest will come through. Skyfall, and the first ball dropped by Kira. That's a total taken by Ashura. Better retry there, and the Princess Ra deals some decent damage, but gets him taken down. Elvis gets the kill, the Hylos one, and also the Sora one, and now the invade comes in. Oh, Android 17 steals away the purple buff, and Life Fury is still poking out Yuju with that quick draw and the double shot. That's the thing about the Clint. In the early game, the Clint can be quite the bully in the laning phase, so he has to be very careful with the man. I love the fact that Ryuju knows that. The return to bone stacks is still pretty small in the early game for Obsidia, so Ryuju knows what he's playing. He knows how to also play that in such a way that it's not that detrimental. Now we see the Hunter of Bone latches onto Life Fury, deals some decent damage, and we're just gonna push it though, because Elvis is in that push. If it catches you, we all know that goes. Trapping recoil away from the earthen ramparts, that's nice. Now Ryuju farms the gold, and 1 minute until that next turtle. The game is moving pretty slowly. There's not really a lot of action. There's just farm, rotation, a little jungle invade, and more rotations, clears, and yeah, it's pretty very slow, honestly. It's pretty slow game, and we know how games like this go, right? You start out slow, you continue, and then at some point in the mid lane, everything gets heated. It's team fight upon team fight, and then we get to see numbers dropping, turrets falling, and we've seen games like this. So a bit slow, yes. But let's see how the mid lane and the late game goes. As now we transcend into the mid lane, of course, the gold lane now in favor of Phantom Brigades, and Zen have lost their early game. Little difference they had in advantage there. But Kira, I don't know, he seems to be poking that guy a little too much. The Sora needs to be very careful because the Xbox has true damage and he baits out his flicker though. So that's pretty early. That's nice. Now he doesn't have a flicker anymore to combine with last insanity, but they do start out this turtle here. And Elvis is already there first. Like Android 17 still late those jungler rotations objective there. And I don't know if that's not going to be the way he does it in late games. He's waiting for the perfect chance to use the Pinnacle Ninja. The turtle is reset by Phantom Brigade as they wait for the chance. Kira might want to use the Shifting Skies now. Gets something with the energy eruption there. There's the Shifting Skies now onto 2. Skyfall brings them back. And that's Elvis gross pathway to block the way now. Last Insanity closed up early. And the Stormbind is stalling continuously. Ashra with Princess Squad. Kira 104. Kira is low in a flicker from Royal Lion to put him down. Andre 17. And the guy gets taken out now. Emu. Nathan Flair did some damage. Pulls back Kendrick. Kendrick doesn't have the Fire Raga. Ezra by blocking the way. Elvis large squad taking damage. And Andre 17 comes in and saves his team. The turtle still not taken. The turtle is still there, guys. Can you believe that with all that engagement and all that little skirmish, there was no single turtle taken? And now we start out the turtle all over again, and it's free for Zen International as there's little to no contest from Andre 17. I don't know if we gave up on that turtle, but well, let's see how it goes, man. Let's see how it goes. All right, 1k gold lead in favor of Phantom, and not really much. Under 17 gets the golden staff. Now we look at the builds here. We see the brute force breastplate as the first item on the Sora, and also we see the endless bat, which is the core cleanse item. It was purchased already. That's nice. And then Wind Talker on the Obsidian core item as well for the attack speed, has claws for the life steal, and also Thunderbelt on the Grok, which is nice. Concentrated energy core item for Kimi, purchased War Axe. I want to see an immortality purchase from the Xborg because that's his core item. I don't know why the Xborg heroes and players we've been seeing these days have been prioritizing immortality less. I play Xborg, I play him. When I play him, I buy the immortality as my first item. I don't even wait. I buy it because you've got so much things to benefit from having immortality. So why would you prioritize it? Immortality, then War Axe. At least that's how I build my own Xborg. I don't know about other players though. The way we've been seeing it looks like it's the reverse case scenario for them. Pinnacle Ninja comes out. Ashra is there to taunt Hanekagi, and Richu just melts him down. And I feel like this Anzo is gonna, lose out in the early games, and if you want to really make the most of Anekage, it's going to be late games where Anekage can just keep getting spawned and the cooldown for that Pinnacle Ninja is reduced, and you can just keep spamming him and making sure the backlines face your wrath and make sure that they don't even walk without having the protection of a tanky. In this case, which will be Ashra. Oh, Tech Charge comes out, knocks up 2 up. Inu is able to get away with the Crimson Beacon, and now Bat Spot Elvis taking a lot of hits, but the total has spawned, and 5 seconds. Andre 17 still nowhere close. I think this is now a pattern, guys. We are seeing slow rotations when it comes to the turtle. We are seeing slow rotations from Andre 17. He's prioritizing farm over early rotation to the objective. Now we see the Zen International leverage on that. They're already there first. Under 17, same spot, just trying to wait until the perfect time to release Anekage. And now we see Deja Vu all over again. They come out now with Shifting Skies will come out, but this time Torre form, Skyfall brings 2 out, Ashra space to turtle. And now that's the last Insanity coming out to play. Elvis is low, and their Princess Craft will find one, but Kendrick steals the kill and gets a double of his own. And 2 players are down for a turtle, and now Life Fury, the flicker in Royal Lion with a mighty swing, but the turret will put him down. Sky Piercer chased by Ryuju, and then now the gold lead super close by Zen. 2 players for 1, trade in favor of Zen. They get the total as well. Profitable all through. The Zen International are really dominating the mid games as they will go back to farm. And then No turret falling. 8 minutes into the game, 8 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, they haven't lost a single turret. Wow, this is a really slow game, guys. We might be here for a while, and that's the pause, the first pause of the game. I can see a comment here. Oh, hi Zeno. Hello, how you doing, man? Welcome, man. Someone saying, Zamepro says this Frederick mad. Yeah, like I said, there's this little cheat code in Fredrin. If you know how to do it very well, you can combine this guy, the piercing strike and also the retribution. They do that a lot. If you've noticed that, that's like the pattern he has been using for a while now, and it works. Like, so if you know how to execute it, you know, some of these things, these workarounds, if you know how to use it, it can work for you. So yeah, that's it, guys. We're gonna wait until the game gets unpaused. I can see Monster saying Anzo go enjoy these farms, and I can see Zeno saying I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm okay, man. I'm cool. I'm just trying to make sure I give a very interesting match in this game and a very interesting commentary in this game. And so far, it's been a pretty slow game. It's been a game that hasn't really had a lot of action, because look at the kill feed. The kill feed is saying everything. 3-4. There's only been 7 kills total in the entire close to 9 minutes game. So they're really taking this very, very slowly. And it's understandable, because if you are Zen, you really want to play this calculated. Now shifting Skies to the torrent form, breaks it back, and Skyfall doesn't connect. Sonic is able to dodge that. Now down bottom is where we need to be. We see rotations there from Elvis. Is that a German cut from Ashura? They're trying to make sure they push that this tier 1, and Ashura is just there taunting 2 players, gives Ryuji the chance to take down the tier 1, and yes, he does. Nice one. Nice one, Ashura. The Hunt of Bone does not connect, and Ryuju resource committed, and just before the Lord spawns, 28 seconds. They've taken out the tier 1, now they're going for the mid lane tier 1. Zen International has realized that they don't want to fight us. We'll bring the fight to them instead. Ryuju gets done with the law and order. That's not nice. Mighty Swing will knock 3 back, and that is a nice save from Royal Lion. Man, you need to protect your marksman in times like this, honestly. Now, okay, Pinnacle Ninja, Android 17 takes down Ryuju. My goodness. This is what we talked about. The Hanzo. At some point, the Hanzo is just going to be a menace and a problem for these backlines. And I'm sure Kendrick and Ryuji is going to start feeling it soon. Because soon, he has not been prioritizing farm. Like Fury, bottom lane, he's going to take that. The tier 1 there. The attraction force comes out, pulls him back, and the trapping record to get away. Pinnacle Ninja comes up for Sonic. But, no kill prioritized, just the Lord as it should be. Meanwhile, Ashura comes to the Lord pit. There's only 2 players here from Zen International, 3 players now as they will support him. Kendrick comes there as well for make that Royal Lion, and Ryuju respawning back to that Lord pit. Now we see Inu trying to clear the waves there. Phantom Brigades really holding their own. Gold lead now finally tied, as we've not seen since the game started. Meanwhile, Lord is almost half HP. That's a flicker out from Royal Lion. Cross pathway cuts off and slows them down. Elvis knock back by then. Now the Shifting Skies comes out. Now, ooh, Lord almost melted down. Last Insanity comes out to play almost at the retreat. Battle under 17. Prioritize that retreat. Sonic and Ashura will get the Lord. Meanwhile, 3 players already low. Nobody to force them down and lose 2 members of Zen. But at least they got the Lord. So 2 players for 1. And a Lord to add in favor of Zen. That was a profitable team fight. By the way, Zen has not lost. Zen has only lost 1 single turret bottom lane. That's the tier 1 there. So if you think about it, Zen is actually doing pretty well. They have a 700 gold lead. So Yeah, pretty great actually. But it's an early game lord, so it's a pretty squishy lord. They're just gonna use it to buy time, act as a decoy, and just make sure that they don't shifting skies to lightning form. Now comes out as well with Thunder Flash and Thunder Wrath and the retreat battle. Now want to use the Heaven's Wrath. Yes, he does. Sonic is low, and that's the meltdown from Kira with the Heaven's Wrath. Now we see Pinnacle Ninja on the other side, but then Pinnacle Ninja on a Grok. I don't know if that's wise. I don't know if that's a good. I don't know if he has a demon hunter sword to melt down the Grok. But then don't underestimate Hanekage though. Don't underestimate that skill. That skill can be something else, honestly. And yeah, nice push, of course, from Zen International. They take down all the turrets in the side lane. That's the bot lane. And now Elvis buys the dominance eyes finally. Finally, he has both dominant size. And now Elvis taunting out Royal Lion. They blocked the way with 13 ramparts, but then doesn't do much. Pinnacle Ninja comes out. That's Android 17. He wants to prioritize the backline, which honestly, as a Hanzo, you should. Now we see 86%. That's 86 seconds until the slot spawn. There's a team fight over there. Production, please can we shift the camera over there? Hunter one restrains mobility and reach. It takes an Emu 2-man shifting skies, and the Skyfall still not connecting properly. Wind of nature, but the Stormpies keep stunning them, and Pinnacle Ninja Kira gets the kill though. Kira wants to go back, and now shifting skies away. Skyfall defensively, man. That was 1 for 2 trades, still in favor of Zen, but they lose their maxman 57 seconds only. 2k gold lead. If there's anything that Zen International can do, they've got to keep Ryuju alive. They really need to start doing it, because this man is the one that's going to damage these guys. Ryuju is starting to cope. That's the thing about the Obsidia. Obsidia has good late game potential. The Hunt of Bone, especially with the return to Bone passive now being stacked in the late games, because now we've entered the late games properly. We're gonna see how the rest of is that a pick-off? Is that a pick-off? 2-man tech charge defensively, and the Kendrick's in a bad spot. Meanwhile, Penekage gets taken down. The Pinnacle Ninja exhausts, and the Demon Hunter sword finally bought by Android 17. Expect him to go for the tanks and anybody else at this point. Now, I think he has a complete Trinity build. Production, please, can we see the builds? Production? I'm pretty sure he has a complete Trinity builds. Yeah, let me look at that real quick. Yeah, he has the complete Trinity build. I predicted. He has the Corruption Sky, the Demon Hunter Sword, and the Golden Staff complete. Wow, the man is definitely going to wreak havoc. Now, Regis starts out the Lord, as well as Ashura, and Sonic and Royal Lion zoning them out and keeping them away from that Lord piece. Lord is up HP, and the force their way in, cross path away from Elvis, and the Pinnacle Ninja comes up from Android 17. The Lord needs to be prioritized. Android 17. The Lord, Android 17. The Lord needs to be prioritized. What is Android 17? My goodness, he gives a free Lord to send as Ashura will get the Lord now. Kira, shifting skies, because out of there, they've got the Lord. There's no need to be there anymore. But he dives in again. The Sky Flood, the overwhelmed Stormpies, storms them up from now down by Kendrick. And it's Royal Lion trying to push that team fight even more. But can they still get the rest? It's 1 player down, 4 players left. Phantom Brigade not going well for this team fight. Now the Lord is in the favor of Zen International, and the kills and the waves, man, in favor of Zen. The kills is still in favor of Phantom though, but the waves in favor of Zen. I wonder, why did Android 17 not prioritize Lord? Now he goes for the backline. Yuju, he will prioritize, but Anekage, that's one, and Android 17 will get melted down immediately. The Lord is already coming for the bot lane. They want to push down that top lane. Ashura is cutting the lanes to buy time, but the mid lane will be prioritized. They need to go for that top. They need to go for that top. With that Lord being delayed by the minion down, they need to make sure that mid lane and that top lane is down, because once that Lord get there, you can push. Zen will push a game 3, and potentially we get to see them fight for all or nothing in an all or nothing match. They forfeit. Nah, they need to go to that. That Lord cannot just melt like that now. Go for the top lane. Zen, come on, go for the top lane, man. Well, we see 2 players now rotate onto the top lane, and we get to see them push through, take down the Lord, and that's it, guys. That's that for that siege. It's still an early game. We see an early Lord, so not too late. Elvis, that is zooming out. It's blocked by the earthen rampart, and now they finally go for that top lane there. Ashura taunting away, and Nekage, the top lane gets picked down, and of course, he pulls back on Nekage before he gets taken out. Now all the outer turrets are gone. Only the inhibitors and Phantom Brigades have lost the gold lead. Man, Phantom Brigades are playing it defensive at this point. What started off as a very slow game is now in favor of Zen, as now we see Kendrick buy the magic penetration item Divine Glaive, definitely for the Hylos and definitely for Kira. But 60 seconds until that Lord spawns. If there's any place that Phantom's got to make sure this ends in their favor, they've got to play it now, because this cannot go like the way it's looking like. Ooh, Luigi? Might want to pick off Kira. Might want to walk into that one. Riju, might want to walk into that one. That's a defensive win stride. And blocking the way. Like, no way. Shift this guys into 2. And that's a Skyfall. But no enough time. Riju melted down. And now, last infinity, Sonic busts down Elvis. It's Riju who's very low. And Light Fury almost taking him down. 2 players lost 30 seconds until the Lord spawns. Fortunately, the respawn timers are not that high. So they're still able to survive and still able to take it. And honestly, yeah, they're still surviving and hanging in there, guys. They're still hanging in there. Man, let's see. Oh, okay. So 10 seconds until this Lord. Excuse me, guys. So 10 seconds until this Lord spawns. And then we get to see Obsidia and the Xbox, the Frederick as well, there. Just waiting for the perfect opportunity. Lord is look at the damage on Yuji, man. The damage on this guy is just something. I'm pretty sure the return to bone passive now is fully stacked. I'm very sure it's fully stacked now because the Obsidia is going to be doing some insane amount of damage. I mean, look at the builds on the Obsidia. Wind of Nature for that extra attack speed. Of course, the Wind Talker and the House Claws. Berserker Fury for crit numbers. And we also see the Sky Piercer. By the way, and now we see on the other side, they already have the damage protection, man. I love the fact that this is going the exact way. Oh, the kill feed are tied, by the way, guys. The kill feed are tied. And top lane, getting Rampart. And now we see them push the inhibitor, the top inhibitor. They might not even need this slow to end this game, as they want to go for that mid lane inhibitor. They want to make sure they take down potentially all the inhibitors before they can even do, the Lord can even come through Sevgon. Now the Lord will definitely take down that inhibitor in the top lane, and they want to be there. Might want to be an engagement phantom, make your plays, make your contingency plans now, as the Lord will come through. Sonic might want to use the last facility to the post right now from Light Furies, making it difficult for the Paraga Armor to stay. Meanwhile, Anikage already melted down, and actually not melted. It was taken back, and they want to push down that tier 1. As that's Ryuju is already there, gets taunted and stunned. And Kira shifting his guys for the play, and the man is in a bad spot, getting melted down by Ryuju, and he overwhelmed himself enough damage. Kira busted down by Kendrick, and Elvis is now they go in. Pinnacle Ninja as well. Ryuju taken out by Anikage. Pinnacle Ninja pulls back. 1-for-1 trade, and they force them back. Meanwhile, Imu shots on Kendrick. Imu gets shot down by Ashura, and jeez, man. Is this a payback in their own coin? 2 for 2. As now we see the minion wave starting to crash into the base. And at this point, Phantom Brigades need to watch out for their base because they only have one inhibitor standing. Whatever minions are coming into their base now, it's going to crash. And they need to be careful. So the same thing that they did to Zen, they don't do it to them. 60 seconds, 1 minute exactly until this Lord spawns. And I want to see who ends this game first. Man, that's something. Okay, now we continue and we get to see some even more plays, because the game that started out as what the heck, the game that started out as something pretty slow is actually pretty fast right now. And Phantom Brigade, it looks like they might want to go for a game for the guys, because 4k gold lead now in favor of Zen. Phantom Brigades have lost their gold lead. It's 25 seconds. Let's see. Hopefully, Android 17 prioritizes. Do we want to pick off Ashura? Whoa. Ashura is already half HP. He has to be very careful with how he engages, honestly. Because you're the jungler. Is that a Kendrick backdoor? The man is just going. He wants to make sure he melts down those minion waves. We have to be very careful though. Kendrick, your flicker is on that cooldown and you are cut off by Elvis. Pinnacle Ninja comes at Kendrick. You're in a bad spot, but he might want to buy time for his team. My goodness, Kendrick is being a distraction. Kendrick is being a distraction. Oh my goodness, they've started out the Lord, and Android 17 has to rush over there, and he has realized that Kendrick was just a big distraction, but the Lord is already melted down, and Phantom Brigades have already taken the Lord before Android 17 could even get anywhere close to it. Wow, Kendrick for the distraction. That was nice. Well, now the Lord is already coming down, and it's starting to look like GG's. This might be GG's, guys. Oh. getting around pass. That was a good chance for a tech charge, but the man is just holding it out until that load comes out. The waves are pretty much in their favor right now. The macros for Phantom not looking good, and now we see the load already come out there. They're freezing the waves to make sure that they don't clear them on time and forcing them to come out of their base. It's a pretty classic strategy when it comes to macros. And then 116 men. This is 21 minutes into the game, a pretty stretched out game, and also 11-11 on the kill feed. They're trying to go for that load early. We see the Pinnacle Ninja comes out from Android 17. The man just wants to make sure he, at least, even if they don't want to let this load into their base, but man, only that mid lane inhibitor is the only thing stopping them, and they want to make sure this minion waves gets taken down, and they take down this mid lane inhibitor. The load is already directly at the base, and they might want to go for that. They might want to do something here. It's already down, and the base will matters as they lock it down. Kendrick, who's locking the base? Who's locking the base? Shifting skies into 4, and the Skyfall. Now Sonic will fall first. Help force as well. Really takes it down. Ashra will fall onto Bone. Kira falls in the base is taken by Zen as we will go for a game 3 and a deciding match between both these teams. Amo, this is just something else. It is something else. GG's, man. GG's, man. Oof. Nigeria number 2, Kendrick. Nigeria number 2, Kimi. And of course, taking the win for his team. Zen International win against Phantom Brigades. And now we go to a game where Phantom Brigades, this is it. Zen, this is it. Whoever wants to keep the golden road alive, they have to win here. It's either here or here. There's no down again. There's no top. It's either here or here. So yeah, let's just coordinate with the ref for the next game.
everything engulfed in flames.
Only love and night are everlasting.
Okay, guys, it's the final match, and well, they've dragged this out, they've dragged this out, they've dragged this out, and this is where they can drag it to. This is the final one. Whoever loses here is out, like I said, and whoever wins here is they proceed. I can see that they switched out one of their players and they put in Soblina Muhid. Hopefully that roster change benefits them. Instead of Zen International, we see a Valet ban, we see an Expo ban. Wow. Phantom Brigades are really intentional about this one. Well, whoever wins this, no shades. They tried. It was that game too was just something else, honestly. Ajayi, I agree with you. No Totu, no Lord. Zeno. Someone says Abdul says Zen all the way. Wow. Even Zenos is supporting Zen. Ha.
My kid.
Now wow. Ashura leaves behind the Fredrin and goes for the Alice. Elvis is still sticking. Actually, Elvis used the high-lows the last time. Now he's going for the Grok. And then we see Andre 17. I don't know why Andre 17 doesn't want to bring out his Hayabusa. I don't know why. The guy's Hayabusa is pretty good. Honestly. I want to see how this goes, honestly. Okay, Andre 17. Life Fury. What are you going to go for? 30 seconds. Andre 17 could go for a Hayabusa. Ooh, Melissa is pretty good. I agree. Melissa can be a multi-target marksman. Pretty solid as well. He moves Imu instead. Imu locks down the Lilia. We've not seen that pick in a while. And Ryuju as well, on his own end, he's going to have to go for... He could go for a carry if she's not banned. A carry could be very good to melt down Elvis or something. Ooh, Sabrina Muhid going for the Camilla. That's a good pick on that end. Ryuju, let's see what he goes for. He takes down. They don't have a jungler yet. He could take down the Hayabusa if it's not banned in the lobby. You could also take down the Link because that's going to be very good for the back diving. You could also take down the Hanzo. Hanzo was pretty problematic, and I don't know if they would consider it worthy enough for a ban. But yes, finally, Hayabusa is banned. I predicted that because I knew very well that Andre 17 might want to come out with that pick. That guy is pretty ridiculous on that pick. And now he's going to have to take down one hero. Maybe a Irithel. Irithel can be pretty nasty because Irithel has a lot of mobility and damage. We've seen Ryuju cook with that pick before. Maybe you could go for something else. Maybe Leomord. Wow. Taking down... But they already have a jungler though. I don't know if Leomord... Unless maybe he thought they would do a Leomord EXP. I didn't really have a John. Leomord wouldn't really... Well... Let's not point fingers, okay? Let's not do that, guys. Let's just leave that alone. Okay, now we get to see Ryuju. Actually not Ryuju, Real Lion. Ryuju is moved. Ryuju goes for the Clint. He has stolen away that Clint from Life Fury. It's a Clint versus a Melissa. And now Kira and Android 17 will have to go for something. The Hanzo might be available, might not be. The Sora pick. They almost took that Sora pick, but yeah, they're gonna have to leave that one there. Let it be. Android 17, is that a Barat? My goodness, 2 tanky picks on the side of Phantom Brigades. Yeah, my Kira locks down the Sora for the set. Oh my goodness. This is one thing, and the glue is off the ban. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Zen have pretty good drafts. They have a very solid draft. They have 3 solid frontliners. You know, PB also has a very good draft as well. They've got 3 solid frontliners. So everybody's going all out, man. Let's see how this goes. Honestly, I'm looking for... I love this kind of match where both teams have the edge when it comes to the drafting. But you know, Royal Lion goes for the Misita. Okay, that's pretty good. The Misita actually is a very good pick against mobility heroes. Melissa is, technically it will work for mobility heroes like Sora. It will work very well for against Sora. And also against the Lilia, because she won't be able to use the black shoes within the King's Calling. So yeah, that's the draft completed, guys. Let's see how it goes for Game 3 of Zen International versus Phantom Brigades. Oh, I can see someone in the comments saying Sora course is real. Oh no. Ajayi, don't jinx it now. Don't jinx it now. Don't tell me Phantom Brigades will lose to Zen. Don't jinx it, okay? Don't jinx it, man. Let's just wait until the game loads, guys. Okay, we get straight to the game, and I can see some comments. Ajayi says, Samebro says, Sora course, I agree from experience. Yeah, the death trap match. You know, Izzy is bringing this thing up now. I didn't actually say anything, but you guys are the one bringing it up right now. Okay, no issues. Well, let's see execution, guys. Let's see execution. Let's not jinx the Sora with our mouths, and let's see execution. Okay, point blank. Period. Okay. Now, rotations and the early game farm. We see Kira already getting hit there. The mark of the king, maximum stacks, and there's the stun for the final stack. And there, Royal Lion Shield Assault just keeps hitting Kira. Now it's a 1v2, and Kira is forced to flicker out, immobilized, and Kira might be the first blood. Shield Assault, and Kendrick steals the kill, and it's the first blood of the game will be Kira. Man, yeah, the Sora jinx. And let's not talk too much. Is that a flicker? Is that an early flicker? No, that was not. That was falling, used by the Melissa, Life Fury. And he's not even using a flicker, he's not an Inspire actually. Yuju, that's a face-off, trapping recall against the Melissa's eyes on you. And Kendrick, Sublina Muid as well, they're just there in the mid lane. They're trying to make sure they farm and keep them from even walking or doing anything in their own jungle. And still, Elvis is defending the Lilia and giving the Lilia farm. But the thing is that the Lilia is actually pretty strong in the early game, right? She's got the shadow energy and she's got the gloom where she can just keep, dealing some continuous magic burst damage onto you. Now we see the top lane where there's an early flicker from Ryuju to dodge Android 17. And Android 17 actually knew that he's got good situational awareness, so he didn't even commit the Deltanas welcome there. Meanwhile, down bottom, we get to see Ashura and Elvis just protecting the Sora. They could know that he could need the protection, honestly. And now the Tortu spawn. They started out the Tortu there. I really hope PB doesn't make that same mistake they made last time. Android 17, you cannot be slow with rotations this time around. The Tortu already have HP. The King's Calling already used. Then the Purify baited out from Emu. Black Shoes to get away from the King's Calling. Ashura already taking the Tortu there, but they already have HP. And Android 17 falls first. Now 4 players chasing down the rest. The Black Shoes already used. It's Emu who's low and taken down by Sabrina Murid. Elvis, he wants to prevent them from taking that orange pop, but I don't think he can. They're just gonna take it now. Mighty Swing, he knocks 3 back, but they're just gonna take the orange buff, guys. He can't protect them. He can't do that. Android 17, well, he's very little, doesn't have enough stacks of big guy. He's gonna wait for the buff to spawn so that he can start taking the buff. Now, Missile Expect, and also, that's the thing, maximum stacks immediately. He gets big enough. And well, the mid lane is still poking themselves out. The gold lead 2k in favor of Zen, and this is actually the early game taken by Zen, and the first turtle also taken by Zen. And now we see the builds here. We see the crossbow bought by Melissa for the attack speed, and also we see the Azure blade bought by Clint. Obviously, if you're a Clint player, this goes unsaid. You must be able to, Course of Blood comes out, read you, boss and Elvis. That's a great start now. Anti-gravity thrust from Kendrick. Missile Expert will stun him. Now the Detonators will come onto the wall, and that's gonna push 2 down. That's 2 players taking down. Double kill for Android 17. Meanwhile, Throne of Ruin comes out, stuns 2 up, immobilizes them. YouTube, boss and Android 17 gets revenge. And men, 1 for 2 in favor of Phantom Brigades as they will come even closer and bring closer to the gold lead that Zen International have. By the way, what I was saying, we saw the build earlier that production showed us. Oh, Corruption Sky finally purchased completely by Life Fury. I want to believe that he wants to complete the Trinity build, or he might be going crit on Melissa. We'll see while the build goes on. If you're a Clint, don't even overthink it. Your priority build, your first priority build is Endless Battle. They don't even overthink it. Oh, a flicker in, but a burst, man. The double shot doesn't have enough. Oh, Bloodbath comes out, the stun is there. Life Fury falling as well as the go away used, and able to save himself, the 1% HP, barely surviving that outcome. The turtle is up there, up top, and Kendrick is just making sure that he farms this turtle, have HP already, and the turtle is almost done. Elvis, the turtle taken. Again, slow on the uptake, Android 17. What is going on? These turtles, you cannot keep losing your objective. This pair of Glory doesn't miss Kira. He wants to engage him. I feel like a shifting sky storage, but doesn't have it yet. Still on that cooldown. Meanwhile, it looks like they want to gank the man here. They want to gank him. Yeah, it's a gang. It's a gang. It's a 3v3 gang onto the gold EXP lane rather. What they're target locked. Yo, Kira target locked. And the king's calling, and that's retraining mobility with the Petrify with the Camilla, and they pull it back again. Kira, the Sora 020. This is not looking good. They're trying rampart to block the minions away. It's 3 players who wants to take down that tier 1 by all means. The Spear of Glory, Android 17, bad spot. Maximum stack of Spear of Glory, Shield Assault as well. They're dealing damage. They're imputing CC. And geez, man, these guys, Zen International is 3k gold lead, and the early game taking the mid game as well, being dominating. Phantom Brigades, what is the response? What is the plan? What's the way forward, honestly? Because this is not looking good, guys. This is so not looking good. You can't even say if they say this is a game that's going to relegate them out, then they've taken the tier 1 already. They're able to zone out the Melissa, and at this point, man, they even cut the lanes on the EXP lane. You can see them even trying to for a potential invade anti-gravity thrust from Kendrick. Meanwhile, oh, they're rotating down to the mid lane here. They're gonna make sure things are going exactly well in all the lanes. Life Fury trying to push out the tier 1, heading around part of the tech chat now comes out to play and then push them back. Deadness welcome catches one, and in a bad spot, Ashura wants to get out, but the turret shot puts him down, and that's Emu who gets the kill. Technically, trophy system if it was for them, but let's just call it the Emu getting the kill. Kira. The man is just very curious and cautious rather on how to engage, because you already have 023, 020. You don't even have the flicker anymore. You can't afford to engage in such a way that it's gonna be detrimental to yourself and add another kill to your KDA. Excuse me, guys. Yeah. Let's see this Turtle Android 17 still not there, and rotations will matter situations like this. And to get there first, it's gonna be Kendrick and as well as Ashura. They start out the Turtle. Android 17 is still in the orange buff, and the Turtle is already half HP, and the Turtle already taken by Zen. That is the third Turtle in a row and the final Turtle for the game. As now we comfortably sit on the mid game, go entering the late games, and man, one turret taken up top, one turret taken as well for Zen and Phantom Brigade. So it's 1-for-1 right there. Meanwhile, we see rotations from Royal Lion down to the gold EXP lane, and man, we get to see Elvis just chilling and doing what a Grok should do, zoning out and body blocking for his teammates when necessary. 90 seconds, exactly 1 minute and 30 seconds for this Lord. I really do hope that Phantom Brigade start to take some objectives for themselves, because now we see 4k gold lead, and it's only going to widen if they keep taking those objectives. If Zen International keeps taking everything, it's only going to widen, guys. Honestly. Now, Emu, that doesn't look good. That does not look good. You're gonna have to do more than that if you want to go for this one, honestly. But then Ryuju busting down. Oh, Elvis, half HP, forced to flicker out. The damage on Ryuju, man. The damage. 301 on this Clint, and the man is just dealing insane amount of damage here. And now, look, let me look. Production, please show us the builds. Let us look at the builds here. Ryuji already has the Malefic gun for the extended range, and also has the Endless Battle completed. Meanwhile, on the other side, we get to see the Corrosion Scythe and the Wind Talker bot on the Melissa. Now the Demon Hunter sword from Royal Lion. They're definitely going to need dominant size and chase that Squadron, because there's a lot of attack speed on this main sitter. So you need to make sure that it's taken down. On the other side too, because there's also good attack speed on the Melissa as well. 18 seconds until the Lord spawns. Who's going to get to the Lord first? Kira might be looking for that set with the Shifting Skies. Maybe onto 2. The man is just waiting in that bush. And we see Ryuju there. Drop a record. The man is aware he's not alone. Anti-gravity thrust over the 18 rampart. I didn't even know that the anti-gravity thrust range is that high. That's okay. Shifting Skies, but wow. Flickers away from the Shifting Skies. Okay, good reaction time right there. And the Lord is already there. And man, the Lord is almost half HP. And yeah, Zen International looking to take this one, but 117 looks like doesn't want to give this one over to Zen. He wants to take this one for his team. Now King's calling traps to inside, and that's the cost of run as well. But the Lord already taken by Ashura. Zen gets it. Kendrick, 3 players down from the side of Phantom Brigade, and they go for the rest. It's Emu who gets caught there. Crimson Gleam with the Doom Wild, and 117 is last man standing. It's 4 players taken, and the Lord taken by Zen International as they will dominate in this final best of 3 game. The Lord already committed. One down bottom taken, and you can see Ashura just making sure that they welcome, and the turret hitting, and now they're pushing back Ashura in the bad spot. Crimson Gleam to the rescue as he gets out of there, buying enough time for his teammates to clear out the turret in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, the mid lane, the turret will be there, just making sure they clear these things and take them down. Meanwhile, getting around past the tech charge is a good sign for the tech charge, but doesn't even have it. The Crimson Claim comes and Elvis is almost busted down. The Throne of Ruin comes out to play. It immobilizes 3, and Ryuju cannot get past that turret. Ashura gets taken down, and Ryuju posts and Kira instead. Life Fury buys the house claws, and they take down the tattoo onto mid lane where Lion, now the Lord approaches. The Lord hasn't even come, and Zen International has taken down all the external turrets, guys. This is just the first load of the game. They really want to end this game as fast as possible. Meanwhile, they go in. Kendrick is low. Kendrick before Inu shuts him down, and the Lord already have HP. They post 117. Real Lion Ryuju is caught like 3 players down. Black shoes committed from Ryuju, committed from Inu as he gets a double kill onto Ryuju. He shuts Ryuju down. Well, 2 for 2, you can't actually blame them, honestly, because they got some pretty good trades from that single Lord. They cleared out the entire outer turret and only the inhibitors, and only one holy shield in the mid lane is left. Oh. Okay, I'm seeing some comments right now that's actually saying, why didn't they take YZ instead of Sura, or was he banned? No, I don't think he was banned. I don't think I saw that. Okay. I'm just gonna, excuse me guys, excuse me. Okay, so 45 seconds until another Lord. We saw what Zen did to the first Lord. Damn, that cannot be good, man. We saw, now who knows what they're gonna do to the second one, because now the minions keep crashing down into the base. Phantom Brigades have been playing it defensive since the mid games till the late games, which we just entered, and now we get to see a 5k gold lead between both these teams. Actually 4k. It's a 4k actually. And an invade, I think Rampart, Ashra is in midst of it all. That cannot be good. That's a good kill if they go for it now. Throne of Ruin, and the man is get caught in the death welcome and almost get taken down. Gets taken down by 117. 117 will pay the price. He's a jungler for a jungler, and in 6 seconds between those spawns. Kira gets wheeled in with his spell of glory. Skyfall as well. Knocks 2 up, and Ryuju. Oh, the damage from the Melissa. Now the traction force comes out. Royal Lion move forward to Emu as Emu is on a killing spree. 2 for 2. Phantom Brigades biting back, and 3 players on 2-3 for this Lord. They might want to start it out. So Mui comes out, want to stun the Melissa, rise on you defensively, and the phone as well. Berserker Fury purchased by the Melissa, but those great numbers. The Lord is there. They're going to have to make do with what's left. They're going to have to wait for that. The Lord is already there. Android 17. And now we see bot lane. Life Fury wants to clear out. Phantom Brigades wants to take down turrets for themselves. And the numbers of Zen International are still concentrated up top. They want to make sure that they dominate their positioning on this Lord and take this Lord first. Lord is being prioritized here. Like the fact that Android 17 is also not slow on the uptake this time around. He walks into it. And now Lord already have HP. Zen or Phantom Brigade, who's gonna take it. They reset the Lord and they dive in. Throne of Ruin committed there. Ooh, okay. Ashura, Crimson Gleam, he gets out of there, and Kendrick takes down Elvis. That's 1 player down, 2 players down, and Phantom Brigades lose the Lord again. Android 17, they go to the back line. That's Android 17. Deathmas welcome defensively. You have to save him. Kendrick will find a double onto Emu. Kendrick finds a triple, and it's only Kira left, and the minion moves approaching, and Zen International might want to push for this one. They might want to end the game. The Holy Shield is not there, and now the minion waves, they want to push for it. They might want to end the game, guys. This might be it. This might be GG's. Zen International keeping the Holy Road alive, the Golden Road alive. Zen International take down the final member as they relegate Phantom Brigade out of the tournament and be the ones to continue on the Golden Road towards victory. on Tuesday, actually tomorrow. Then, man, Zen International, congratulations to them. Congratulations to them. They have won. They have won. And they have dominated the second game. Honestly, whew, it's pretty impressive that these guys can do what they do despite losing that match to Phantom Brigades. But then, yeah, the Sora jinx, honestly. The Sora jinx is real. But then that's everything we have for you guys today. That's all the games. That's all the only game we're streaming today. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for participating. And we will be seeing you guys on Tuesday, where we're going to be streaming the grand finals of the match. There's no stream tomorrow. So yeah, with that being said, good night and thank you guys.